Hey there, it's Bernardo, and you're watching Vibe Code with me. And in today's episode, we're gonna take a look at Cline. So, in the previous two episodes, I looked at Kilocode and then Roo Code, and I was kind of like surprised that they seem so similar. Like, oh, they must be a fork. I didn't figure it out at the beginning, but then I figured out what is the fork history. So, Roo Code is a clone of Cline, and Kilocode is a clone of Roo Code. So, Kilocode is the forkest. So we looked at Kilocode, then at Roo Code. We're going back in the fork history, and now we're going to take a look at Cline, which is the grandfather of Kilocode. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. So if you open Cline, we can see that it's open source. Where they say it's open source. Yeah, here they say it's open source, I guess. Yeah, open source at the core. They do have some plans, I guess. So yeah, I'm not sure what the plans are about. Oh, they do have a free plan until the end of this year. Okay, so the JetBrains extension is behind a paid plan. I don't like that move, but yeah. We're going to be looking at the VS Code extension. They do have a CLI now. Okay, we're also going to take a look at that. I didn't know they have a CLI. Yeah, I guess the team is like just centralized billing, as we saw with all these open source things. You can have a central place for paying things. I also think that they have like an MCP kind of hub. Yeah. But yeah, it is an open source tool, and I guess you can bring your own agents and not agents, your own models with different providers, I guess. Where do I see where is the GitHub? Okay, GitHub. It was not easy to find, but yeah, it is open source. It's quite active. There's 43 minutes ago. So yeah, it's quite active, and yeah, so they do have a client CLI now, so we're gonna take a look at that. So yeah, but they do have an enterprise thing now. Is that the team thing that is free for now? Oh no, the enterprise is custom. Okay, so they do have a plan, and I don't know what they do, but I guess it's just about configuration and centralizing things. But yeah, I will see what the account is about. I'm going to log in with their account, test it out. But yeah, it is another one. I expect it to be quite similar to Roo Code and Kilocode that we already took a look. The interface seems a little bit different, the bottom part. But yeah, if you look at these, like how the task context is up here, the steps, yeah, it's going to be pretty similar. One is the fork of the other, and so on and so forth. So yeah, I expect it to be quite similar. So let's jump right into it. All right, so let's install it. So I'm going to install it in VS Code. So this should open VS Code. I guess you can just search here for Cline as well. And yeah, it shows here. So yeah, I'm on the project of the Roo Code. So yeah, I'm going to install Cline, install it, trust publisher, and install. And we should have Cline here. Okay. Yeah, I will sign up for an account. But before, I also want to install the CLI. So they have a preview. Again, I expect it to be like the Kilocode CLI, quite not there yet, but I'm just going to install to see. So the way that I'm going to do that is that I will do, again, you can just do npm install, but I am a weird person, so I'm going to do mis use sg npm, and then I'm going to pass this. So it's going to be Cline. And yes. And I'm gonna hard code that to 1.0.1 so I know which version I have. Okay, and we have a CLI here as well. Yeah, okay. I hope that it starts the wizard again. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I will create now a Cline account. Okay, so I will come here, gonna create an account, click an account and see what I can log in with. I will log in with GitHub. Authorize, they use WorkOS underneath it. All right, so I'm logged in. I have no balance. Oh, I have 50 cents. Yeah, logging in was kind of a pain. I had to put my email and then the code was not getting, and then I asked the new one, but then when I got the code, it was the invalid one, likely because there's only one valid code. Yeah, I think this is mostly on WorkOS though. Okay, yeah, I do have that. So now that I have an account, I will log in to VS Code. It's kind of annoying. It shows my email every time that I open the page, like, oh, I want to log in, and then here's your email. And I don't want people to be seeing my email, although you can likely find it. But yeah, okay, I'm logged in now. Yeah, I already installed Cline CLI. I'm going to log into Cline CLI. Yeah, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do Cline, and I'm going to log in with Cline account, and likely going to have to hide it because my email is going to show again. All right, so authentication successful. All right, I can change the client model. Can bring your own provider. Okay. Yeah, let's first look at Visual Studio Code. I'm gonna focus on this here. So I want to be using their plan just because I already pay for GLM and I've been using for a lot of that. So I want to see how easy it is to set up GLM. So I'm going to come here, settings. Can I bring my own model? And I do have Cline CLI. Okay, so if you want to use the sub agents, you need Cline CLI. So I want to understand, like, what can I bring my own model? How do I bring my own model? Okay, we can use Roo Code fast. Can I connect somehow? Okay, let me take a look. Okay, I don't know how I can bring my own keys. So maybe I do have to sign out. Is that real? Okay, I will try to sign out then. Okay, I signed out and I will see manage client. How can I configure that? Okay, so yeah, if you sign out, then I can likely use ZAI. Yeah, that's not great. Okay, wait a second. If I come here to ZAI GLM coding plan. Sorry, it's docs.z.ai. That's what I want to go. Coding plan. Cline. Yeah, so I don't think this is a great thing. Like with Roo Code and Kilocode, I could be logged in with their cloud accounts and still bring my own key. So I think that would be a better thing. So I don't like that too much. Now I'm in doubt what I want to bring, but yeah. Yeah, and that's the issue, right? Like this doesn't even use the correct. Oh, it does. Yeah, no, I need to. Yeah, maybe this works, but then I cannot pick GLM 4.6 because it's not here. Yeah, I guess I need to go with this OpenAI compatible, and then I can set up that. So that kind of sucks. You can only use their cloud, but that's an interesting thing because in the CLI, it seems that I can use my client account at the same time that I use an external API provider. I mean, there's no specific Z.ai for the GLM coding plan, but I guess how do I go back? Okay, Cline model. How do I do that? Model. Well, that's not what I want to. How do I configure that? Dash help. Cline config list. Okay, Cline. How do I set up a new provider? Okay, this is weird. I like they're gonna use. How do I stop? Yeah, the CLI is a little bit weird. I'm not gonna be testing that too much, honestly. There seemed to be a way, but now I cannot go back to that. That's a bummer. But yeah, okay, I can set up here. I'm gonna do this. Gonna set up OpenAI compatible, and so I'm gonna close all of this. All right, and I'm gonna go to API keys. I'm gonna delete the Roo Code one. Delete. Create new API key. I'm gonna call it Cline confirm. Copy this. Gonna put it here. Model ID GLM 4.6. What is the? I need to know the context size. I think. Yeah, they provide it here. Context size. Yeah, support images. If I do GLM 4.5V, I think I can do that. Yeah, I honestly, what is even temperature? I am a noob here. I mean, that's an interesting thing. You can use different models for plan and act modes. Yeah, so this can be interesting. Like maybe you pay an extra price and you use like you can use Gemini 2.5 Pro, for example, or the OpenAI, the new model. I forgot the name, but yeah, I will do this. I'm gonna do done. I'm gonna say, hey there. Just want to see. Yeah, okay. Interesting that I say, hey there, like, let me read the README. Okay, so I can configure that. Can I log in now? So maybe that's the trick. Maybe I can. Yeah, I'll try to log in again. Right. So can I change back to that? Oh, I'm so naive. Okay. That was my bad. That was my bad. You can do that. All you need to do is change here. Yeah. OpenAI compatible. Yeah, never mind. You can change. I'm just I mean, it's not the best experience. Like I think in Kilo Code and Roo Code, you had like multiple configurations. Then each configuration you set up what is the provider. Like here, if I want to have multiple OpenAI compatible providers, it doesn't seem that I can have it because it's like this is the configuration, right? So I change it here, and then I can change back to Cline if I want to. Okay, all right, yeah, that's that. Living and learning, a little bit weird, but yeah. Okay, so I think that's it. You can use, yeah. So I think that's it. You can use the account connected if you want to. I don't know what is the benefit of using the account other than like for actually using the models through them. Uh, but yeah, you can also bring your own keys. You can do both. It's not like as straightforward as I thought. But yeah, I mean, I just sent a few prompts and I spent 2 cents, I guess. Like the whole 2 hours that we're gonna be doing the vibe coding will probably cost around $3-4 maybe. That's my estimate, like really rough estimate. But I won't be paying for that. I'm gonna be using with GLM. I wanna be testing more like the prompts and whatnot. Can we customize the prompts? Yeah, so this is a more like well-defined thing. Yeah, different than Kilo Code and Roo Code, where you can customize the prompts. But yeah, you can use both the account and the bring your own keys. So yeah, that's it. It is me from the future. I was so tired yesterday, but I just realized that the the native ZAI option on Cline actually supported GLM 4.6. I was just not seeing it straight yesterday. So yeah, sorry about that. So yeah, it's actually quite simple. You can connect both your Cline account and GLM 4.6 using their own drop down. I was just too tired to notice that. So yeah, sorry about that. Let's go back to the video. So now, before we jump into the project setup, I just want to navigate a little bit how you can use the UI. So okay, so here you can see and change the model here. Yeah, the border here is hard to even see where it ends, but okay. We can manage client rules and workflows. Uh, okay, where does this things leave? Rule 1. Okay, so is this client rules thing? I'm going to delete this. This is not part of this project. Delete. Trash. Delete. Okay, so you can set up these things here. Oh, yes, you can have global rules and workspace rules. Workflow. What is a workflow? Is it like I guess this is like a prompt, right? Like a saved prompt, a custom command kind of thing. Let's see. Yeah, I guess this is just a prompt, right? Yeah, it seems like just a prompt. Yeah, it doesn't seem like the prompts in others where you can have arguments. So yeah, so it just sort of seems like a saved prompt, which I think is cool. By the way, I think it's cool. Uh, yeah, it seems like a saved prompt. I want to understand what is this request things like. It's yeah, there seems to be some kind of like annotation that comes up, and I think this is just like text that the model will parse. It doesn't seem like. Hmm. Yeah, this seems like a prompt. Maybe there's some system prompt that goes alongside it that say, "Hey, anytime you see something like this, you should ask what it is." Like PR, treat this as a variable and ask for information. You know, when it says like PR number or whatever. But yeah, just seems like a prompt. We're not going to be using too much of that. Okay, auto approve settings. Okay, that's quite okay. Yeah, so read project files is enabled by default. Execute safe commands. I'm not sure what safe commands are. Should I trust it? Yeah, let's trust it. Okay, this is already this is gonna. Why there's a okay, whatever. Oh, why? Oh, this is bad. When I click here, it goes back to this. But yeah, okay. Edit project files. Execute safe commands. Yeah, I don't want to use MCP servers. No. Okay, yeah. Yeah, edit I think was disabled by default. I think we can go with that. Yeah, here top seems pretty similar to what we saw. We can click here to compact the task. Uh, okay, we can close here, go back to the task, minimize it. Yeah, this seems pretty similar. Let's see how we add context. Okay, we have slash for commands. Okay, subagents. Subagent seems to require client CLI, and I'm not sure how that's gonna play out because of the way that I set up the credentials for. So let me restart. Restart. Sorry. Load window. So on Cline, I want to see if now the setting for. I mean, it is installed already. No, we're gonna install it now. Reach Cline. Okay, we're gonna try to restart it. Visual Studio Code. And now it thinks it is installed, I guess. So we can test these subagents. Okay, new rule. Create a new Cline rule based on this. Deep planning. Create a comprehensive implementation plan before coding. I think we can use that for our first step. Yeah. All right, so I want to see how that goes. List files on this repo that have relate to the gRPC stack. Can I see it running? Doesn't seem to be running, right? Yeah, that. I think I would need to test that in another moment. Not gonna waste too much time on this. You know what I can do? I can come here. I'm pretty sure it's like Cline, maybe. Yeah. Data. Maybe config Cline. Local share. Yeah, it's probably this Cline thing here. But is that like? Yeah, okay, so I think if I just do that Cline and do Cline again, I can log in again. But yeah, I'm not gonna log in. I'm gonna do the I want to know how to bring this thing when I'm already set up. Right, configure a new provider. That's going to be OpenAI native. We're going to go back here. We're going to copy. Oh, first is the API key, right? Yeah, so I'm going to come here. Going to copy this. All right. Going to come here, copy this. Model ID, GLM 4.6. All right. Okay. I don't know how to. Yeah. Cline CLI change provider. How do I do that? Cline CLI docs. Out. Okay. Cline A. Cline A that I need to do. That's not how I do. Yeah, okay. But I think I can. What is this project? Let's see if this is working. I'm gonna come here. Can I see the usage? Yeah, I don't know how to see that here, but yeah. That's so bad. Okay, I give up. I'm not gonna play with that. I would need more time to figure out how to do that. So I'm going to disable this. I mean, it's an experimental feature, what I'm expecting. Let's see how it is to pass the context. Okay, I can paste, yeah, similar to other things, problems, terminal, commits, folder, and files. So yeah, the basics. MCP servers, I can configure here, I guess if I configure MCP servers. What? How do I configure local? Yeah, let's jump straight into the project setup and then we'll figure out this MCP part. I think we're good to start. Great, so as usual, I'm gonna come here in this template, create a new repository, I'm gonna call expensify Cline and do create repository. Great, now I can clone this and close this, open this here, git clone, and gonna do cd expensify Cline, mistrust, install, npm install. Great. So now I'm going to do a code dot to open Visual Studio Code here. As I trust the authors, and we're gonna go to setup. So I will see the rules. So I think I'm just gonna call this instructions. So that's gonna be instructions MD, and that's just gonna be this. So actually, all I'm gonna do, I'm gonna copy this here, move, replace. So I have this here. Now, I'm not sure how to configure MCP servers, so I'm gonna read the docs. So there's a lot of docs. MCP, configuring MCP servers. Yeah, that's the thing we saw. Yeah, like if I install like an MCP server here, let's do context 7. Context 7. Oh, what? This is the... What? It started an agent. What? What is it? Okay, stop. This is crazy. This is crazy. I'm going to cancel. Like, what is even going on here? Okay, cancel. What? Like, why would you do that? Like, what? Okay, this is the weirdest thing ever. Okay, relax. How do you configure MCP on a project? MCP overview. There's a lot of like things. Okay, I don't like this. I really don't like this. I like having different MCPs on different projects. And it doesn't seem like I can. That being said, like Cloud Code also has a centralized thing, but at least you can configure, like it is, the configuration is centralized, but it is per workspace. Okay, yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna. That's weird, really weird. Let's see if I can just copy this and paste it here and see if that works. Yeah, I mean, Docker compose up hd. So this should work now. No, yeah, I yeah. So this seems like MCP as this global thing. I guess we can. Yeah, I'm not gonna set it up. This is really weird. I don't like this at all. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so yeah, you know what? I'm gonna roll without that. I mean, I was excited for this MCP store, but like clicking install, triggering a agent to configure it for me is just crazy. Like, but yeah, I'm just gonna roll with that. I'm gonna stop this, delete, and that's it. Just instructions. Project setup. Right, and we are ready to start coding. But I will get some water first. Be right back. Sorry it took me so long, but yeah, I was ordering some pizza, but yeah, I'm here now. Let's take the prompt and see how that goes. So I'm gonna open Cline. Yeah, sorry, back to Cline. Gonna send it here. Let's see how these. Okay, I can select the. Okay, tasks and PRD main. Perfect. I want to change to plan, and I want to do the deep planning. I don't know what that is. Yeah, I want some deep planning. I want to see how that goes. What do you mean next out authentication is configured but not fully implemented? It is fully implemented. Okay, it doesn't show the. Yeah, I think it does support the option thing, but yeah, we're just gonna chat with that. So, one, let's break it down. Let's break it down into tasks. Because we want to be able to test things as we progress, I guess. Basic user org Models are important. 3. Authentication scope. There is a working next out with magic link set up already. It is. So we don't need to do too many changes on that front right now. I mean, I like that it asked. No other plan tools. I mean, again, all of this is a lot of times are random, and I just went with the flow. But I honestly, I do believe that using ChatCN. Now that I was asked this question, I think I should ask what I think is actually better. So I'm just gonna say ChatCN UI is fine. It's probably gonna save us some time. ChatCN UI is fine. And again, I know it's kind of like cheating because in the other ones I haven't used ChatCN and I was creating a lot of things from scratch. But we're not evaluating exactly just how well we can do one task, but also like how it guides you through the right things. And I think this is a great thing. Like it asked me, gave me a good suggestion, and then someone that maybe is not as technical will like, oh, what is that? Maybe I should research it. I do think that we shouldn't put the expectations of doing the good decisions on the models. I know, but yeah, I'm just gonna say that. I mean, let's go with the flow. I like that it asked that. Yeah, just gonna send it. It is stopped. I don't like doing all the database schema. Everything up front. But we can start with dropping the placeholder post. Start by modeling. Instead, I like a more progressive approach where we increment the database in steps. Yes, this. Okay. I'm thinking like how it will do. I mean, it makes sense. You can do the expense submission first and then the policy for automatically approving things. So I like that. No other model went this route. It. So there's a challenge, like it is. Okay, I just changed to act, and then now you can write files. All right. Why I can scroll up though? Yeah, that follow experience is a little bit like weird. Like, okay, create an implementation plan. Save. Okay, so it first created like a high-level implementation plan, then it's breaking down things into tasks, Uh, let's see this. Implement the foundational. Users can create a new organization, automatically become admins. Organization creator can invite users via admin. Invited user can join organization, receive appropriate roles. Admin can update role members. Admin can remove members. Users can view organizations they belong to. Users can switch between organizations. Data isolation. Yeah, I don't want to do this. Let's leave org outside of the out context and instead rely on URL based org switching. You can only access the organization data, organization dashboard, display member list and basic stats. All operations include proper error handling and validation. Add organization model to Prisma schema. Add user organization join table for role management. Create and run database migration. Okay. Create, get by ID, get users, invite users, update list for current user. Okay. Update rule, invite user, and get by ID. Okay. Seems fine. UI components, setup, chat CN. I mean, this seems like a good, I like it. Solid plan. 10 out of 10. And I honestly think that 90%, like you can either like do not a lot of work and leave everything to the model, and that is leaving it for your luck. You know, like if you're lucky, you get a good result. If you're not, you don't. But then the actual thing, like if you want to not depend on luck, you need to provide better context. I don't think I'm doing a great job here, and I said that in other videos because I just did a poor job in preparing like the project for multiple reasons. One, I was not an expert in Next.js. Now I actually am much better with Next.js, React, and whatnot through this. It's been a while since I was doing any front end. Honestly, I've been doing back end for a long time. So that was that, and also I was also new to to this whole AI thing. So and then because I didn't want to do a bad job of like, I think there's already a lot of bias that I get from using all these agents for all this time that I'm better with any tool now. So the tools that I review later are probably gonna yield better results either way, just because I am better on how to interact with the AI. So I didn't want to, on top of that, be improving the context and everything that I was using. But likely, I think something like, something for managing the specs. It's an important thing. I think you should use something like Context 7 MCP so things can get up to date to documentation. So I think there's a lot of things that I would do better. And I think if you do a good job of managing the context, the specs, and whatnot, then you're going to get a much better result in the end. But yeah. Okay, let's just review that. So expense categories. Categories must be unique within organizations. You can view available categories for expense submission. Categories displaying a clean, searchable interface. Yeah, whatever. Okay, save. And again, as I said in multiple videos, I think you should waste much more time refining like the tasks in a real thing. It's better to spend like a whole day prepping this, then start implementing, than to just like do, unless you just want to do like a proof of concept. Honestly, like you just don't want to do proof of concept. Doesn't matter. These are just like ephemeral, like, because the hardest part on getting a system like a project, is starting out. Like, I think that's the hardest part. And this is what AI makes really, really good. Like, I can get something that I can show and I can feel really quickly. And then you can improve the quality. You can do some, changes in the design and whatnot. And the AI is going to be there for you along the way. This is a minimum implemented from basic submission and listing for new nightly without policy validation or approval workflows. Those will be added in later tasks. These features enable users to start tracking expenses while we build. I actually think this is a good thing. Like, this is already an MVP, right? Like, I can say, hey, just send the expenses. You cannot even like approve or reject them. So I like this flow. Okay, save. I'm just gonna enable edit now. Honestly, just go for that. Just skill it, and we're gonna just be looking at it. Yeah, I want to see this enhanced expense. Oh man, I hate this. This follow. Can I stop following it? Okay. So expense submission automatically validates against applicable policies. Expenses over policy limits are auto-rejected with clear reasons. Come on. Let's go back to that. Compliant expenses. I can't. Okay, I want to see what this start new task with context does. I hope it like just gets. Oh, I can see the whole context that has been sent and all the messages, right? That's cool. I think we had that on Roo Code and Kilocode as well. I just never hovered. But yeah, so I do think that. Yeah, I want to see that. Okay, compliant, auto approved, expenses, minimal views, are routed to reviewers. Reviewers can view assigned expenses with policy context. Okay, so the whole review thing reviewed by viewed expense. Yeah, I doubt that we're gonna get to that because yeah. Okay, so that's it. We planned the test. I'm just going to commit everything. I'm gonna use the UI. I don't use VS Code too much. I normally do this. This is what I use normally. That's just flex. This is what I use normally for commits. I really like this lazy git, by the way. Quite cool. Okay, implementation plan. I'm just going to commit. I'm going to do docs, plan tasks, assign it, and I'm going to quit lazy git. Yeah, honestly, much better than whatever that is. But yeah. Okay, so we're done with planning tasks. That was fast. All right, we can start with task 1. However, I'm worried because my pizza is arriving. So yeah, let's just start. I might have to pause and come back. For you, it's going to be fast. You're not going to even notice. All right, so I want to see what this start new task with context is. Oh, what? Okay, so you got the end of that task and is already like, okay, that was cool. I didn't read the end part. Yeah, let it cook. Let me help on the background. Let me just create a new CP and that example. This is scary. Like, it's running pnpm add. Like, yeah, this execute save commands are now a little bit worrying me. But yeah, let's do docker compose up -t. Docker compose PS. Okay, have it running. And let's do pnpm dev. Okay. Okay, we are too YOLO for my taste. I don't know if I like that. A lot of things are happening. Okay. Okay, it's creating. Man, what the hell is even pnpm? What is the? Okay, this is scary. Okay, don't do that. These safe commands are not safe. Honestly, safe commands are not safe. Installing pnpm packages is not safe. I don't know why you think that thing is safe. Like, really? Like it can literally install. There's a bunch of like malicious. Oh man, this is really scary. Okay, I don't know. I would disable save commands because they are not safe. I rather keep approving it and come on, let me. Yeah, these are not safe. And honestly, this max request is silly. I rather, yeah, let's put 100 here. Whatever. Proceed. I mean, it's like to have some checkpoint, but if you are approving the commands, especially the definitely not safe command, like the definitely safe commands that are definitely not safe, like what a hell, like what is even that, right? Yeah. Yeah, let me just make this big so I can. Yeah, I'm gonna use this to review. Much better. I just do. Okay, so we added organizations, role, user organization, all right. What to use? Functions, yeah, okay, this is for the classes. Globals, whatever that is, components, JSON, yeah, so this is the shared CN registry thing, right? Yeah. Okay, yeah, pnpm db generate. Is that even the task? Package JSON. Yes, one command. Enter name for the new migration. Okay, initial migration. Let me see if my pizza is getting here. 11 minutes until my pizza is here. Yeah, I like how this thing like normally like just one shots the whole thing. Yeah, let's restart the LSP. I hate when things take my focus away. LSP. Sorry, restart TS server. Restart TS server. And now I should, yeah. I wish I could like say, hey, this command is fine. Like how to configure what commands are actually safe. Yeah, this was much better in Roo Code and Code for that matter. I could say, hey, this command is safe. Yes. Yeah, let me see what he's doing. Yeah, I don't like that. I'm gonna stop the edit so it stops when it's there. It shouldn't be mocking the database. You shouldn't mock the database like that. Check posts test for how to do it. Yeah, by the way, yeah, this is. Yeah, I don't have a big file to read. Okay, yeah, you don't need that. You don't need this. I mean, just copy it from the post thing, but yeah. So yeah, mock session, organization router, create caller, session, header, new headers. Okay, this creates a user and organization. And get forbidden if user not a member. That's good. List. Yeah, you don't want to need that. Yeah, it shouldn't be. Yeah, I think I would rather ask it to change afterwards, otherwise it's going to regenerate the whole file. Yeah, this is bad practice, and I see a lot of junior developers doing it. I see the AI doing it a lot, like assuming if you're not properly testing for the order the things are returned, this is bad, because also a lot of times, yeah, the join that is being is implicit, and a lot of times, like, if you're using transactional database testing, they are like, if the thing is like now, like if it's being generated in Postgres, they're gonna have the same value, so that's not gonna act as you expect. So instead, what you should do is that you should create like an object from the using the org ID, and then comparing that, the one with org1, you are admin, etc. But yeah, I'm just gonna go with the flow. It's because sometimes that's the thing. Sometimes I prefer to let the AI do the mistakes, even though I know already where the mistake is. It's kind of like maybe pair programming with a more junior developer. Like, I let them do the mistake and then I'm there to correct. But yeah, it might not be worth it. Yeah, now I'm gonna run the command, and likely there's gonna be some stuff that's gonna fail or not. Yeah, so there is a problem when they run this terminal here. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna. I'm just gonna do npm test reset. I'm gonna do that for it. And this is one thing that I learned. A lot of times I try to just say, hey, fix this and run this command, but then I'm just wasting a bunch of tokens, because I'm sending the whole context back to the server, then back just for it to run a command. So it's likely better for you to just say, hey, I fixed it for you. The challenge, the problem was that we didn't run the npm test reset before. I already ran it. Yeah, so this is a challenge when VTest by default, if you don't say run, it runs in this interactive mode. Sometimes some agents like Cloud Code, I think they run and they make it sure there's some configuration. I forgot how it is, but like there is an environment thing that tells whether the current shell is interactive or not, and then Vitess if the shell is not interactive. For example, if you're running this in a CI environment, right? It knows it's not interactive, so it runs the thing and then it ends. But here it is actually controlling an interactive terminal. So that's why it causes problems. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come to package and I'm going to change that to vitess.run. While Vitess is great for developers in interactive terminals, for some AIs, it is a problem. They keep waiting for it to finish and they never finish, right? I mean, should we do that? Like isn't the whole purpose of ShadCN that you run like a command to get it? Like, isn't the whole purpose of ShadCN UI that you run a command to get the starting point for the component if you are just creating it? Is the thing with AI, right? Like, does AI make ShadCN UI obsolete? Like, it knows everything already, and then like, does it need the whole how to get the component kind of thing? Do we even lift? I need to take my pizza. I need to get my pizza. Yeah, in 4 minutes. Yeah, I think my point is like we're gonna save so many tokens by just using ShadCN UI to generate things. Don't use npx. Use pnpm exec instead. I think you can do like pnpm exec ShadCN UI. No. Okay, wait a second. ShadCN pnpm exec. DLX, yeah. Do we need the ShadCN UI npm? It's really weird. Do we even need all this? Like, why? Why would we need? Yeah, whatever. Let's go. We only live once. Just copying some TypeScript files. What is the problem with that, right? I need to get my pizza. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry. I just ordered too much pizza, man. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. But yeah, this video is gonna be vibe coding and pizza. So I mean, I think that's a nice reason to vibe code, right? So you can Man, this is not pizza. This is a cheese with jalapeno breadstick or something. Oh, I need to say yes to that. I mean, a good thing of like having access to an actual interactive terminal is that whenever there's a command that for whatever reason is interactive, I can just go ahead and interact with it. So that's good. I mean, really, do we like what the hell is even that? These are the most useless set of functions that I've ever seen in my life. And these are fines. No, I can perform admin actions. Like, yeah, honestly, I don't like that. Is admin and can perform admin actions are kind of pointless. They don't abstract anything and they just abstract anything. Of course, admin can perform admin actions. That's the whole point. Also, is admin being is nothing is no better than just roll the admin. I mean, these were good, right? Like, I can invite members and can manage members. Okay. I think right now is not the time to have an isolated permissions TS file unless we do a much better job than this. Keep it simple for now. I think it was Roo Code that did or Skill Code, I don't remember, they did an amazing permission thing. But that was an actual permission thing. What the hell is Sonar? Okay, it's a toast component. Yeah, whatever. You can do that. Yeah. What do you mean? Oh. Why this is on at? Is that how Shadcn UI works? Okay, I know what the issue. Yeah, sorry. Is that the reason why? Just move this to. Let's just delete this. I wanna test one thing. Let's remove avatar and let's do. How do we get again? PNPM, PNPM, DLX, Shadcn, latest add avatar. Yeah, now it's the right place. Okay. Shadcn, aliases, and directory. Okay. Yes, config. Yeah, honestly, I think we can just do that. It'll be pretty much the same thing. And I can come here and let's drop this. Let's see if I now change. Yeah, okay, now it works. A little bit weird, but yeah. And now it's getting from the right place. Okay. Yeah. Reject, cancel. I fixed it. Yeah, I have to check that. Oh, I have installed something for forms. Where's this juice form coming from? Oh, React hook form. Okay. I guess I'm gonna have a bunch of problems, but I'm gonna YOLO a little bit more. It's doing a lot of like UI work. Let me get some pizza. I'm enjoying with this cheese breads. Oh boy, this is a bunch of jalapenos. And that's too much jalapenos. Oh my god, I'm so screwed. Wait, what? What is this header thing? I'm confused. Why you would want to do that? Maybe it's like a Vercel kind of thing, or some specific reverse proxy that sets these path names. Okay, I'm making a mess. Yeah, this piece is just messy. Yeah, does it start a new terminal? Yeah, nice. It does. Okay. I mean, something is off, right? What? Tailwind before. Can I use Tailwind before? How do I do that? Okay. This is horribly looking. What the hell? Yeah, nothing works on the UI. Okay, that's gonna take longer than I expected. First, with regards to Tailwind V3 versus V4, said CNY does support it. Read. I'm just gonna send it to read. Oh, I think it managed. Oh, that's interesting. What is the backtick issue? Okay, this is just going crazy. I need to stop. I want to compact the task. Yes. Pet the context. And while it runs, let's get our hands dirty. Where is that? Like, what are you even doing here? Yeah. Okay. This should render. Oh, this is really bad. It's doing a really horrible job. Okay. Let's take a step back and fix a few things. Let's move forms, dashboards, and whatnot to their own client-side components. The page should just render them. Let me see how the thing is structured. Let's also rework the pages a little bit. We need one The root page should be just a landing page plus with the sign in option that becomes a go to app if logged in. The go to after log in, or if you click go to app while logged in, should be a page that redirects either to a welcome page where you can create a new org, or the dashboard for the first org. To the root of org, which is a page create you can list and create orgs, or dashboard for org. I think this should be good. I need to stop for a few moments and be right back. Yeah, the pizza didn't sit really well with me, honestly. But I just want to see the end of the day here. Yeah, the whole chat CNY was actually bad. Hard to integrate here now. Just went crazy, but we will fix that. But yeah, I'm gonna be right back. Okay. Go to app. Create new org. Yeah, the style is all off. My org. Create organization. It is working, but it's really bad. So now what I want to do is I want to use a vision model for this. So I want to, or maybe I can configure the browser. Can I configure the browser? Isn't that like a browser thing? Okay, so what I would do, I'll come here, say supports image, and I'm gonna do 4.5V. And now, with that change, I will say the styles are all off. Let me get a pizza. It is already running. Yeah, I think like with 10 minutes I can fix it myself. Yeah, CN UI. blocks. Okay, you're useless. npm. I'm just gonna do this. Let's remove components. JSON. Let's run this. I want stone. I have no idea what it is. Let me restart this and see if that fixed. Yeah, something's still off. Okay. Tailwind config. Tailwind v4 setup. Fit. I'm not using Vite, right? With next, I want to see with next. So Tailwind CSS with Next.js. Post CSS config. Post CSS config. Tailwind CSS post config. Do I need this? What happens if I do this? Okay, yeah. The issue is, let me roll back. This. Okay. Let me. Okay. We're using Tailwind 4. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to duplicate. How do I duplicate the file? I'm going to start with. Let me roll back this file. And this as well. Okay. From here. Okay, this is already better. Alright. So I guess I need to take this now. Theme. Is that how I do it? I'm a really noob in front end, as you can see. Okay, that's not how I do it. Okay. 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 Ground. Color. Background. Bar. Background. Color. Foreground. Var. Foreground. Okay, yeah, this is already okay. Yeah, this is fixed. I will call. Okay, this is bad. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a screenshot of this. Why isn't the dark mode? Oh, okay. Actually, I need to do this now. Just do this. Why this is so complicated? Okay, this is really silly, but yeah. Honestly, I would try this code mod, see if that fixes anything. What code mod I need to use? Remove forward ref. Remove forward ref. That's from React, but yeah, okay. So I'm going to come here. Oh, yeah. So first this is gonna be npm dlx. Target's gonna be src app components. The components UI. I can also get another slice of pizza. I have no idea what it have done, but yeah, whatever. npm run fmt format. Lint. It's gonna fix a few things. There's likely gonna be a bunch of errors. So I'm just going to open Cline, send a screenshot of the org switcher. Org switcher background doesn't seem right. It is transparent. I think I should have told that I fixed the issue. What did it change? Yeah, let me just go back to GLM 4.6. Okay, this is. I'm going to start a new task. In the middle of task 1, but we are having some issues with the styling. Well, I haven't fixed it. Okay, I'm just gonna fix it myself. Org switcher. npm I'm just gonna avatar button card dialog drop down menu form input label select separator table. Why the background is transparent? And some components. The org switcher is the most problematic. I can't seem to add new orgs and not to. And it has a transparent background where it should be a natural background. The org creation is not even showing up. Seems so weird. Let's make it simpler. Let's redirect. Let's have another page. Org new. Make that be a link. Yeah, the shed cyan was a bad idea. Yeah, I'm done with pizza. Okay, I'm just gonna YOLO mode it. This is so bad. Because we have a page just for creating org, we don't need a model anymore. What are you even doing? Great, we can create orgs. We can create manage members. Let's try the invitation, invite member. The dialogue, man. Are behaving weirdly. It is showing behind the dark overlay, and also don't have a solid background. That's not the issue. Something else is off here. Yeah, shed CNY. I misconfigured something and I don't know how to fix it. Yeah, that was a bad idea. Okay. I mean, they fixed it. Whatever. Someone at example.com send invitation. There's two issues. The invitation is expecting a user with that email to exist. Yeah, okay, let's just see what happens. Okay. Organization, invite user, email. Okay, yeah. I'm not gonna change. I normally do the way that it like has a token or whatever. So let's just simulate how the feature works. Even though it doesn't work that well. I'm gonna go localhost 2000. Okay, what? Okay. Someone at example.com. Sign in. Go to app. Now I'm gonna invite. And I'm a member here. Invite member. More at example.com. Only admins. Okay. Yeah, this is good enough. I'm gonna stop with this task and proceed, honestly. So I'm just going to come here. Yeah, I'm gonna ask it to fix now the linked issues. Yeah, this is so bad. Like defining the thing here. I hate this. Yeah, vibe coding is so bad. I know. You're just hallucinating, bro. Wait, what? What is even that? I'm really confused. Yes, lint, clear, cache. Yes, lint, clear, cache. rm-rf node modus. Yes, lint, cache. Not yes, lint. Here a second. Clear, yes, lint, cache. npm exec next lint dash help. Okay. I'm so confused right now. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, excellent. Okay. I'm gonna just remove the next cache. Okay. That's so weird, but yeah, whatever. Finally, we're done with this task. That was much more elbow grease than I was expecting. So I'm just gonna follow on with my life. Feet, task 1. And I'm not even gonna review this. Yeah, shed CNUI on this project was not a good idea. There's a lot of like details of like tailwind, and yeah, man, that's why I don't do front end, so many things that can go wrong. But yeah, let's see. I think we still have like a few 30 minutes. Let's try to do test 2. Okay. I don't think we do. I think we have like 5 minutes. So I'm just gonna see what we can do in 5 minutes. Let's do task 2. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Cancel. Let's start a new task. Let's do task 2. Yeah, I think I should have given it a go with Claude. But then, like, just use Claude Code. I see he's doing the task all the way, like the wrong way. I know I should have put that on the instructions, but don't mock the database like that. Check other test files to see how to do it like test, but yes. Yeah, I'm just gonna save it. Yeah, I will stop it here. I think we are over time. I'm just gonna come here to this and say feed partial task to. So yeah, that's it. All right. So closing thoughts. Honestly, I don't think I was in my best form today, and I think this impacted a little bit. So I'm gonna try to give my thoughts on like just the overall experience of using the agent. And yeah, my take is the experience of configuring the like your own model was not great. I mean, at least with the GLM coding plan, which is the thing that I've been using a lot. I struggle a little bit with like following what the AI is doing. And yeah, I would want a better fine-grained control of what commands are safe or not. Maybe there is a way. I haven't, looked at in depth. But yeah, because the safe thing was definitely not safe. Was doing pnpm add and installing things and a bunch of weird stuff. That isn't safe, right? Like that's just like, yeah, that's definitely not safe. So I normally like to say, yeah, normally what I like to do is allow things like test, lint, and the things that I expect the agent to use quite often. Uh, yeah, so I normally allow that, and then I keep an eye for all the other commands for things that are potentially more dangerous. And yeah, I would expect a better fine grained control would be great. The UI seemed a little bit like uh, I don't know how to explain. It feels similar to Roo Code, but in a way, but in other ways, are it seems a little bit like not as good. You know what I mean? The MCP configuration, though, that was a big bummer for me. Was like yeah, it just felt like outdated in a way. I couldn't set it up properly. I probably did something wrong, but like from not trying to spend too much time reading through the docs and whatever. I yeah, that experience was not great. So for all the VS Code extensions that I tested, continue like Copilot, continue, Kilo Code, Roo Code, and Cline. I up until now, I think Roo Code was the best one, and Copilot was a close second. Actually, if you pay for Copilot, you get a lot of interesting features. The auto completion. There are some background engines you can run. So I still think that Copilot also has a good value because, but you're paying and using their own plan and whatnot, and yeah. So, but I think the experience was almost like as good as this, and then the experience with that was good. But if you want to like bring your own models, use GLM code and plan, or Open Router or whatever, I still think that Roo Code was the best experience for me, at least my experience. Your might vary, so I recommend you trying them all, as I always say. But yeah, I think that is the gist. I don't think this was a better experience than any of the other ones. It felt just like Roo Code, but more limited, not as good. So yeah, I don't recommend. Honestly, I don't recommend. Uh, they have some interesting things. I want to see their sub agent with the CLI thing, but it was weird to configure. The CLI also was a little bit weird. Like there was this menu where I can configure the models, and I couldn't find a way to properly bring it back. I don't know. It was confusing. It was not intuitive. So yeah, CLI not ready for prime time. Cline is okay. Like the ID, the extension for VS Code is okay-ish, but I think there are better options out there. So that's my take. So yeah, sorry for all the mess with the pizza. I've been really exhausted with recording these videos after work, and yeah, that was what got me going. Having dinner while doing this. So yeah, sorry for the mess. Thank you for watching, and I see you in the next one. Bye bye.